Hey everyone, JB from DragonDen Productions here. Today we have the 78 Page Puncher Superman. So this is actually molded off of the comic line that was based off of the 1978 Christopher Reeves Superman movie. Fun fact, was also the most expensive movie made for its time. Let's dig into this. And here we have them out of the box. Let's start with the accessories. First thing you get is a comic book. Printed in December of 2024. It's Superman versus Brainiac. The start of the story. So this is, number 1 of 6. So it's a 6-part series. And I believe you only get these with the figures. You get an art card of the figure. So you get Superman on this card. I will say, the way they package these, it kind of clamps around the sides and then on the top and the bottom in the plastic clamshell. So it doesn't come out very cleanly. So if you're a card collector, expect there to be a little bit of damage. And they also tape the top and the bottom. The tape came off pretty easily, but, for card collectors, it's a big But if you're not a card collector, it's a cool art card to just put with your figure. You get a stand. So it's just a peg hole stand, pegs into the bottom of his foot. It does have the DC logo here on the bottom. I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, but just know it's there. You get, in total, 5 sets of hands for Superman. So you get the 2 that are on his hands or on the figure already. Then you get 4 extras. You get, and I'm going to use my hand as a demonstration here, but you get a hand pointing the finger. Thumb in. It's actually coming over the fingers. So just like that, that's the right hand. You get a right hand flat. Thumb right to the side for flying poses, or to quote Austin Powers, judo chop. You get a closed fist. With this being molded after the Christopher Reeves Superman, you typically see him flying with his fist. So you get a right hand fist. And then you get an open hand for the right hand. That's just like that. He's just, so you can put accessories in his hands, or hold on to other figures if you want. He doesn't come with any accessories to hold on to, so it's a little weird that you get that. You get a hand doing this. So, fingertips. It's a spicy meatball. And he's holding a piece of kryptonite. So I like this hand. That's cool. You can have him looking at that kryptonite like, Lex Luthor, you tried again. And throw it away. You get a left hand. Flat, just like the right. So another judo chop hand. You get a left hand fist. If you want him punching Lex Luthor, sorry. You can do that. You can have him punch Lex Luthor too if you're into wrestling figures. And you get a left hand with his hand open for holding accessories, other figures, so on and so forth. Heck, if you wanted to, you can have him holding his card, looking at himself. The hands that come on the figure, the left hand is it's still an open hand, but the fingers are separated and the thumb's pretty much just like that. And then on the right hand, it's another open hand for holding something, but his fingers are separated. All right, let's go into posability. We'll start from the top down. The head. He can look up that far. It is not very far, just a straight on pose. He can look down quite a bit. That's nice. So if you wanted to have him doing like a flying pose, looking down at something, it's a great figure for that. But if you're trying to do a flight pose, well, he can look straight down at the ground, and I don't think you want Superman doing that. Not great for looking forward for flight poses. Kind of a bummer there, if you ask me. All right, arms, shoulders. He can T-pose really well. He's doing aerobics. All right, you do get another shoulder motion. You get kind of shoulder roll. So his arms can go back and forward on that shoulder joint. That's really nice. So if you want him holding something more tightly, if you're going to have him doing a bear hug on something, or if you want him spread out, you can do it very well. You can get those arms quite a bit back. Let's see here. So and then quite a bit forward. I mean, his arms go straight out in front of him. That's nice. His arms, full 360 degrees, both directions. And it's nice because they're tighter joints. So they're not super tight where you're going to struggle and worry about breaking it. But it's not so loose that you're going to pose it and worry about the arms slowly start to droop from that pose. It's rock solid there. I mean, give it the shake test and it's good. He does have bicep swivel. His bicep swivel is right underneath his shoulder. So bend that elbow so we can show it a little bit easier. So in and out. So very nice. And it can go all the way around 360 degrees. His elbow. You can go straight down. Or you can go straight up. So very nice double jointed elbows. Straighten that arm out. His hands. They are on ball joints. So his hands can rotate 360 degrees all the way around. Really good wrist bend too. So I mean his wrist can go a full. And sorry, my glove got stuck there. And even back. So you can have him doing push-ups, or you can have him leaning on his top of his wrist if you wanted. Very nicely articulated. And that's on both sides. So the shoulders, arms are both the same. He does have ab crunch, so he can lean back a decent amount. So I mean, if you wanted to do a flight pose, I mean, you could do a slightly angled flight pose with that ab crunch backwards. So I mean, he can lean with it. I mean, that's a good back lean there. You don't see that too often. He's got a very good ab crunch down. I mean, he can really lean forward too. So really good range of motion back and forth. He does have ab twist. So not a whole lot there, but he can twist. And he can also bend side to side as well. So that's nice. It really helps with posing options. So his underwear is a bit of a rubber texture, so it does give way for the abs movement. Also, that comes into factor with the legs. I'll put his arms straight up so they're out of the way. Yay! All right. Kick forward. Good kick forward. Kick back. You can go back about that far. So good kick back. You know, like I said, that his underwear is rubber. You know, his super tights. Let's see here. You do get a little bit of hip pivot. Not a whole lot. Knees. He does have double jointed knees. Very good range of motion there. And they are on a bit of a ratchet joint, so it's nice. It's going to hold really well. I mean, let's see here. You can hear it clicking. So very nice. Ankle. He does have full 360 degree ankle pivot. So you can have him normal, or you can have him with a dislocated ankle. your choice. Toe tip. He can go way up on that toe tip. I mean, wow. That's flat on the his right foot is flat on the table, and that left foot is toe tipping away. Downward, almost straight up and down. Really good range of motion there. And he does have twist as well. So you can go in and out. Really nice. He does have joints in his toes. Let's see if I can get this toe to go. They're a little tight, so. So he does get, put him on that base so you can see that toe's coming up. If you wanted him doing a running pose, I mean, you could, or running, walking pose, you could easily do that. Put your arms down, Soups. There we go. All right. As for his base, the way the logo is on it, it looks like it pegs into his left foot. So there is a little hole right in the bottom of the foot there. It's just as easy as lining up that hole and pushing it down. Now he stands right on his base. I'm going to use that because his cape is also articulated. I will say I really like the paint scheme they did on this. They did the whole cell shaded comic look. I really like that. On his back, on the cape, you do get the Superman S. Really nice. His cape has wires built into it, so you can spread that out. And this is almost like a stretchy nylon fabric, so you don't have to worry about tearing it, really. But if you wanted, just the cape solid out, I mean, it's a really strong wire in there, so that's really nice. So, but then you can add your curves to it and flowing motion. Yeah, I mean, really endless possibilities with how you wanted to pose his cape. Very nice. All right, let's go into the meat of it, shall we? For the price point here in the US, I have it written down here. As of April of 2025, new in box, we were seeing these from anywhere from $25 to $40 US. So there's a bit of a price range there. I would say get this as cheap as possible if you can. Articulation out of 5. I'm really disappointed with the head not being able to lean back. That would have been a huge positive. Having this nice strong wire in the cape is really nice. The extra shoulder movement forward and backward is really nice. The ab crunch is really nice. The underwear getting out of the way of the leg is very good. And it's a McFarlane Toys. They're not known for their articulation usually. So this is one of the better ones I've ever had myself. I'm going to go ahead and give this, I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's middle of the line, maybe a little bit better with that shoulder and with the cape. I do like that. For a Superman figure, this is not bad. Overall, out of 10, at the price point that we got it at, I think we paid right around somewhere between 25 and 30. It's a good figure. It's nice. It's clean, very, very clean. That cell-shaded look on him is very nice. I would definitely buy it again. For any Superman collector, especially if you like Christopher Reeves and don't want to spend an arm and a leg, this is a good figure to represent him. Out of 10, I'll give it a solid 7. Posing, I mean, this is going to be a really good figure for posing with that base. I do like that they give you a base for it. I would have rather had a waist cradle so you could do like a flight pose, but for $20, $30, you can't get everything, right? If there's any figures you'd like to see us review in the future, please let us know. Leave a comment in the comment section. You can visit our Facebook page or even visit us at www.dragondenproductions.com and message us there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, here's another DragonDen video you might like.
And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
And you can hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when our videos come out.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.